Hello, so today I wanted to make a different video. I decided to go over my most recent deck profile for my heroes. So this was a long time coming. This deck was, I want to say I made this back around in February? Yeah, back in February 2021 I was gifted the original Hero Strike, and then I had a few support cards here and there, so that I started messing around with it, and it was pretty fun, and right now it is my most fun deck to play. So right now the deck is split up with 15 extra deck and 46 cards, I believe, in the main deck. So without further ado, I will begin with the monster lineup. So we begin with one copy of Fire Flint Lady, which really does help with warrior support, considering she can be special summoned to the field if you control one, and then allows you to special summon a level 4 or lower one by tributing her from the field, or by sending her from the field. So all in all, very good card. I wish I had more of her in all honesty, but I don't really think I need more than one. A single copy of Ash. I got lucky with this set of dual power, so couldn't hurt to run one negate, considering I don't really have anything else in heroes. I have Goblinberg, again, just normal summon to get to special summon another one from the hand. Pretty good effect, I'd say. So now, 3 copies of Vision Hero Vion. One of the secret rares for some reason, because I guess that's just all they had, but then the other two. So I would run more of the Vision Hero engine, including Ferris, Increase, and Minimum, or Multiply, whichever one, you know, you guys would know the one. But they are pretty expensive, and Vion is pretty much like a 3-off staple in Hero decks, so that justifies having him. Moving on to the actual elemental hero side of things, which is, it's pretty sparse, all things considered. Sorry about that. One copy of Honest Neos, probably the most basic hand trap that you can run in a hero deck. Easy 2500 attack boost, and I mean, yeah, it couldn't hurt. One copy of Prisma. Not that I have any targets with specific names that I can send, which is a bit of a hindrance into running the card, but I just like running it. I guess it's a good target for some of the extra deck stuff I have. One copy of Shadow Mist, only one, unfortunately. I wish I had more. Gets a bit expensive and also difficult to find since people actually really want this one, so one should be enough. Next we got one copy of Liquid Soldier. I got very lucky. This is the unlimited version from Legendary Hero, or Legendary Duelist 6, the magical hero one. Yeah, it's pretty much one of the best cards in the set, and I'm very, very happy to have this. Next we have 2 copies of Solid Soldier. Your basic combo extender, normal summon to special summon, or in the off chance that you don't do that, you send it to the grave in order to activate the effect to special summon in defense position from the grave, so pretty good. And last but not least, need I say more? This thing was on the ban list for years, but there we go. And last, originally I was running pure elemental heroes, and that really doesn't work unless I'm playing Neos, and even then, it's still not that good. But now, I have changed that with, I now run a Destiny hero engine, a very brief one, mind you, but it still does wonders for the deck. So in here we got 1 draw hand, 2 copies of Drill Dark, 2 copies of Celestial, which I must say is one of my favorite designs. I just think that thing looks so cool. 2, I mean, anyone running any heroes needs to run Malicious, or any Dark Warrior, in fact, is pretty much one of the best warrior cards ever made. And lastly, a single Plasma. Again, you never know, and heroes other than Contrast Hero Chaos, which is almost impossible to get out and not worth the effort to get out, Plasma is really your only negate, so that's who I run. And that is really it for the lineup for monsters. I'll just get rid of the traps right away because it's just double imperm. One from Dual Overload, one from Dual Power. Yeah. Again, negates, you need as many as you can with heroes. Alright, so for spells, this is where it gets a bit interesting. So, Monster Reborn, I mean, pretty obvious what that is. Foolish Burial, same thing, pretty obvious what that card is. Heroes Bond, this is before problem solving card tech, so it doesn't mention the fact that masked heroes or vision heroes are a factor, but this is a good card to have, especially if your hand is stacked and you kind of run out of your summons or your ability to summon. So, good card to have. Also, really cool design. A hero lives, limited to 1 copy. Honestly, I wish it was just hero instead of elemental hero, but I guess it would be banned at that point, so 3 copies of Emergency Call. Simple enough. 2 copies of Poly. 2 Miracle Fusion. I only run a few Miracle Fusion because I don't run many of the Elemental Hero Fusions. So I figured it'd be a bit better for those resources to stay in the graveyard in case they can recycle them that way, but it doesn't hurt to banish. And to help out with that, I also run 1 copy of Parallel World Fusion. Again, these are all a lot of these are from the structure deck or have been ripped from the structure deck, but have been repurposed. So yeah, Parallel World Fusion to recycle those from the banished zone. 1 copy of Super Poly because you never know, especially with some of the Omni heroes that you can run. So now we get into, again, more fusion, but so we have mask, so 2 mask change, 2 mask change 2, one of the gold variants for some reason, form change, which is good for tagging out in case your cards are targeted, and then mask charge to return said cards to the hand, which, that really does help considering how much more expensive these cards are starting to get. Lastly, Warrior Returning Alive and Rhoda. Again, any warrior deck really needs these. And that's it for the main deck. But we now have the extra deck left. So, with the extra deck, there is 1 Xyz, 3 Link, and the rest are fusions. So, I'll just start it from the back then. So first, we start with Dread Decimator. Pretty easy to go into, and honestly one of my favorite cards to end a play with. Cross Crusader, which I got recently, and which really helps with the Destiny Hero plays, which is surprisingly one of the most consistent plays that I can make with this deck. Wonder Driver, which helps with recycling the spells and adding, and I mean, if it is sent to the graveyard by a monster, an opponent's card effect, it can help, but it rarely goes off, so it's not really worth the effort. My 1 Xyz that goes to Emerald for easy. Again, I need the recycling and then draw off of that, so it's a pretty good effect, I gotta say. And now we go to the actual fusions, and this is where it gets interesting. So the 3 elementals that I run would be Great Tornado, Escuridao, Seeker or 1/2, and then Sunrise. Sunrise is probably my favorite card in the deck, and the one that I would like to go into the most if I can afford to. Escuridao is honestly because I run so many dark monsters, it kind of makes sense to have this thing in my deck. And then Great Tornado because it's probably one of the better Omni heroes, if not for the fact that Absolute Zero is just a hero monster, not an elemental hero. 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dangerous because I run so many Destiny heroes, it makes sense. You have Vision Hero Trinity. Again, pretty fun to go into that, especially if your opponent has a stacked board and you go into a 5k beater. And lastly, we've got quite a few, 6 in fact, masked heroes. So we've got Darklaw, obviously. Dian, one of the best ones to go into because destroying by battle allows you to special summon from the deck, which is great for combo extension. Anki, again, dark hero, makes sense. Divine Wind, I just like it. It's easy to tag out from Dian, and then it makes good plays. Koga is pretty much the same effect. I enjoy going into any of the level 8s, really. Darklaw is kind of its own category, that will be on the board regardless. But Anki, Divine Wind, Koga, and Dian are kind of interchangeable. And that is also helped by the latest edition, 1 copy of Masked Hero Acid, which allows me to destroy back row and reduce opponents' monsters by 300. So you know, in case I was about to be run over by a, God, I don't even know, the 2850 monster. Now I can beat it over for 50 life points. So that is the Masked Hero engine I run. The in reserve right now, thanks to the effects of Mask Change 2 and Form Change, my other options would have been to run copies of Blast and Koga or Goka, the fire one. But yeah, doesn't really see play. But yeah, that is the deck. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.